Parents with adopted kids, why did you choose adoption? I never wanted kids. My husband Mark and I had our careers, our travel plans, our freedom. Then Hurricane Katrina hit and everything changed. We volunteered at a Houston shelter, helping displaced families. That's where we met Darius, 8 years old, separated from his family during evacuation. Silent, watchful eyes that had seen too much. Just hold him for a minute, a frazzled aid worker said, handing me this small, trembling boy while she searched for paperwork. I awkwardly took him, this child who weighed nothing, whose ribs I could feel through his thin t-shirt. He didn't cry or speak, he just held on. 3 hours turned into 3 days. We found him a cot near our station. I brought him food that he carefully rationed, hiding rolls in his pockets. Mark taught him to play checkers. On day 4, we learned his mother had died in the flooding. His father had been missing for years. No relatives could be located. What happens to him now? I asked the social worker. Foster care, hopefully. Systems overwhelmed though. That night, Darius had a nightmare. I held him while he finally cried, his small body shaking with grief. Mark and I locked eyes over his head. No words needed. The emergency foster certification took 2 weeks. The social worker warned us it was temporary. Don't get attached, she said. Too late. Darius barely spoke those first months. He flinched at loud noises. He hoarded food, but slowly, he began to trust us. The first time he laughed, really laughed, was when Mark slipped in the kitchen and landed on his butt, covered in spaghetti sauce. That sound changed something in our home forever. 6 months in, they found an uncle in Atlanta. My heart shattered. We'd known this was coming, but it still felt like someone was ripping away a piece of me. The uncle came to meet Darius. He was young, barely 22, working 2 jobs. He loved his nephew, that was clear, but he looked terrified. I don't know how to raise a kid, he admitted over coffee while Darius played in the yard. I can barely take care of myself. 2 days later, he made the hardest decision of his life. Darius needs stability. He's happy here. Would you consider adopting him? The adoption took a year. Darius chose his new middle name, Marcus, after Mark. The day it became official, he gave us each a drawing. Mine showed the 3 of us holding hands. He'd written "my family" across the top. We thought our family was complete. Then came the call that changed everything again. Darius has a sister, the social worker said. She was with their grandmother, who just passed away. 2 weeks later, Zoe arrived, 4 years old, fierce, and nothing like her quiet brother. Where Darius was cautious, Zoe was bold. The first time they saw each other, Zoe launched herself at her brother, knocking him down with the force of her hug. "You left me," she accused. "I thought you were dead," he whispered, like Mom. They were inseparable after that. Darius became her protector, her teacher. Zoe brought out a playfulness in him we'd never seen. Last month, 10 years after Katrina, Darius graduated high school. Sometimes the best families are the ones you never planned for.